All right, guys. I didn't get a whole lot done on Mr. PIB 66C10 today. I've been back and forth to town. I ran to Harbor Freight, I ran to AutoZone, Ace Hardware, the grocery store, etc., etc. So again, I didn't get a lot done, but I got a few little things done. We'll try to button that thing down tomorrow, hopefully. But just wanted to do a quick little video on Moon Pie here and my 69 GMC. This poor old truck, it's really seen hard times, but I've got a lot of new parts for this truck. I've got new fenders, new inner fenders. I've got a good hood. I've got a good door that's up there in the bed of Mr. PIB's body that he bought off Tim Dixon. I've got three grills, I think, 3 or 4 grills. I don't remember. Several grills. I've got a 5.3 LS motor. I've got a 4L60 that needs rebuilt. The 5.3 motor is a good running motor, or it was the last time that I heard it run, and it's not done anything but just sat in my junkyard. So it should still be good. We'll fill the cylinders up with Marvel Mystery Oil just to lube them up, and yeah, it should be all right. Those 5.3s are hard to kill. This one here, that's a 5.3. I've had that truck for a long time, and probably around, I don't know, 15 years or more. But that one's got 340 or 50,000 miles on it, and still a good truck. I drove it today, drove it to Athens a couple times. Really good running truck, though. It's just hard to kill an LS motor. But anyway, I've got a 5.3 for this one. It's around 200,000 miles, but like I said, it's just hard to kill one. We may go ahead and check compression, may go ahead and throw bearings in it while it's out. I doubt it. It's like I said, it's just hard to hurt them. But anyway, I've got a lot of good parts for this truck. I've got a Squarebody truck down here that's going to donate all of the 5-lug suspension, the front cradle, the rear end, everything. More than likely, I may just order axles for that rear end. I don't really know which one would be more cost effective. I've got a new radiator support, whole bunch of new parts. I've got several different gauge clusters, just a whole bunch of stuff for this truck. I don't remember what all I have. I have a whole bunch of parts for this truck. But anyway, that's probably going to be my next little project. Get that thing ready for the rod run, get it up there, get it sold. It's just, I really wanted to fix this truck and hang on to it, but I've got other things right now that are kind of taking priority to this one. So anyway, here's Moon Pie. You can see I moved it from the garage. I've finally got the gumption up to dig the old snow and ice and stuff off of it. But anyway, as I've said before, this is a 1984 Silverado C10. Now, I'll tell you all a quick little story. I used to have, my first Squarebody that I ever had that was actually mine was an 84 Silverado K10, just like this one's 4-wheel drive, midnight blue, and it had a kind of an odd interior in it. It had, it was blue, but, oh my goodness, it is so cold out here. It was blue, but it had like little white checkerboard stuff in it. It was weird. It was just kind of an odd interior. And anyway, I've kind of looked for that truck off and on. I'm going to start Moon Pie here, which it's been sitting here for a couple hours, probably 2 or 3 hours. Man, this old truck just runs out so good. And this carburetor, somebody's tried to rebuild it, and they didn't do too good of a job, but it works good, but they didn't get the choke stuff back on it. So you can kind of hear it trying to stumble around just a little bit. It is extremely cold. It's down in the teens right now. And for this carburetor not to have a choke on it's doing pretty good. The motor's got almost 60-pound oil pressure. The clock's doing its thing. This is just a good old truck, and this truck I was out here kind of looking at the other day, and it brought my old truck, it brought memories back of that old truck. And the one I was talking about, the 84, midnight blue with the weird interior. And I kind of had a dream about the truck, as silly as that is, and I hadn't thought about it in a very long time, but now I have kind of kept an eye out for that truck over the years. And never ran back across it. Kind of figured I would on Marketplace or Craigslist or something, but just never did. And again, not really an active search, but just kind of glancing around for the truck, and you know, just never seen it. Thought maybe somebody had it, hopefully taking good care of it. And I finally got a hold of the guy that me and Dad done some trading years ago, you know, and you know how kids are, they want everything, and I was no exception. Dad had a bunch of cool old cars, Camaros, Chevelles, you know, what have you, and we traded around on the truck, and Dad ended up with the truck back. So he traded it for and this was a very nice truck. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a piece of junk. It had been taken care of over the years in its life, and then I ended up with it. Of course, I kind of dogged it a little bit, but anyway, Dad ended up with the truck back, and of course, Dad just drives stuff. He doesn't, you know, beat them to death or anything like that. I think this one's going to idle now. Finally, it's so cold out here, but anyway, so. Again, just kind of kept an eye out for the truck over the years, and finally got a hold of the guy that my dad traded it to. And, you know, I asked him, you know, if he remembered my dad. Of course, he said yes. And I said, do you remember trading, you know, an S10 truck for this Squarebody? And he said, oh, yeah. He said, I wish I had that old truck back. And I said, do you have any idea where it might be? And kind of got some devastating news. He said that he had sold it to a guy, and he kept trying to buy the truck back as well. And that guy apparently had hit a ditch and flipped it, you know, a few times and totaled it. And it went to a junkyard and got crushed, I guess, you know, subsequently. And that sucks. I really, you know, I've always kind of held out hope that maybe I'd run back into that truck, but it is what it is. You know, the memories are kind of what we hold near and dear. It's not really the vehicle itself, but you know, nobody can take those memories from me. So whatever it is, you know, again, it is what it is. It's just an old truck, and it's gone. I don't have to worry about looking for it anymore. And you know, I still have my 99. You know, I've had that truck for a long time. I have that 90 sitting over there. That was supposed to be my first truck, but you know, again, I was a kid, and Dad traded that truck in, and that's a long story. I've got a few videos on that truck. It found its way back, so I do still have some trucks here to kind of reflect back on. So it's not like I'm, you know, just looking for one to do that with. I have a couple trucks here that, you know, and a lot of people don't have that, so I'll hang on to those, and you know, hopefully pass those down one day if I can get them kind of back up to par. Both of them need some work, but you know, I've got 2 daughters. Maybe I can pass those along to them, or some son-in-laws or whatever. So but anyway, just kind of wanted to show y'all Moon Pie again, share that story with y'all about the 84 Silverado. You know, if some of y'all have some of those old cars or trucks still out there, there's a Facebook page called Lost Muscle Cars. You can get on there. If you have anything with the old VIN number on it, they can find it. They can tell you where it's at, who's got it, who owns it, whatever. And, you know, maybe you can reconnect. That's not going to happen for me. I think that one's been junked. But you know what? You never know. Maybe somebody bought the truck out of the junkyard. Maybe somebody bought the cab. Maybe it's still out there somewhere. I doubt it. But who knows? You know, you can stay optimistic. But no big deal. Again, at least I kind of know what its fate was. But just wanted to show y'all Moon Pie and my 69 GMC. Like I said, once I get the 66 done, I'm going to pull Moon Pie back in, do a few little things to it if it doesn't sell before then. And, you know, get the 69 in there and maybe get that thing thrown together for Rod Run. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to get in the house. I'm freezing to death. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.